Hello and welcome to my very first speed build and very first video in general for YouTube's. And I'm making an industrial loft. I mean, you might be like, oh, that's two rectangles. And yes, that's part of the appeal for me making it. No, I'm joking. But I do really like industrial style buildings and I think they're really cool. So I did think this was kind of classic and well, maybe not classic, but it's something that I would really want to potentially own in the future one day. Let's be honest, I live in Sydney. This isn't happening, but would be nice. I feel like sometimes it's not like the wall layout, but kind of like what you do with it and how you make it amazing. But that being said, there'll be some hopefully more advanced builds coming up in the future. But for this, I kind of just wanted to enjoy it. So I actually really love loft style building. And I just love the open air that you get like above when you can look up and it's like really high ceilings. So that kind of inspired me a bit. And yeah, I'm putting in lots and lots of windows because in my eyes, houses are kind of like plants and they need lots of sunlight because otherwise they get sad. So much a fan of the light. I mean, the natural light. Light is everything when it comes to like buildings, and if you're in a room that has heaps of natural light, it just gives it such a nice feel as opposed to something that's a bit dark. I mean, unless you want like your vampire Sims because, they don't like that. But for the most part, you want lots of light. And I do think, maybe not in all builds I'd put this much natural light, but I do think for this style and for this to really pull off and feel just like airy and breezy and nice, you do want there to be lots of windows. Also, I did kind of label this in the title card a light-filled industrial apartment, so I don't want to be lying to you, or do I, in the first video. I did really struggle with making that balcony kind of register as being one room. I know Sims is a bit weird for it, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it probably took me like a lot longer than you see here because at the end of the day I was like, people are going to think I'm absolutely insane and really incompetent. So I just like edited a bunch of it out. But I kept a bit of the struggle in because I was kind of like, well, funny. Wow, I probably kept in more of the struggle than I needed to with this staircase. So, and also I kind of just wanted you to all feel my pain. So we got there in the end, and eventually it was registered as a room in The Sims as it should be. And we finally got to move on. I was also very grateful not to have to build my own roof because sometimes roofs in The Sims are just, they are like the bane of my existence. I mean, there are worse things, but roofs in The Sims 4 are like pretty up there on my list of top 10 things I do not enjoy in life. So being able to just kind of like chuck on a flooring and put like a trim around it, I was like, this is great. This has made me like 5 years younger. Like, really happy about that. I also find Sims roofs to be like ridiculously difficult. So sometimes it's nice to be able to do a build that kind of like cheats it a bit. I guess I'll get better at them in time. But for now, I'm just like, whenever I try and do a roof, I kind of cry on the inside. And I'm just like, why wasn't this made easier to build? And I kind of miss Sims 2 in the sense where you could just like click a button and it made a roof, even though that roof looked kind of shockers. But it was still nice to kind of just have an easy way to finish off your build after you made it. But I'm kind of really adopting that open plan living as well. So besides the big main area, everything is just a bedroom or a bathroom. One upstairs, one downstairs. The one upstairs is, well, it's kind of an ensuite, but like kind of not. And let's be honest, it doesn't connect to the bedroom. It's not an ensuite. I'm lying to you. But I do love the fact that essentially the kitchen, the living, all that stuff is all just contained and it's really open. And the staircase isn't blocky, so it's just kind of like you can see beyond it and see what's happening. Putting in lots of plants just to kind of break up the kind of brown. I just feel like if it's all brown, it can be a little bit depressing. So you just need a little bit of something there to break it up, make it a bit more fun. As you can see, I'm a big fan of the landscaping life. I just feel like a bit of landscaping gives a house a bit of color and a bit of context and just makes it look so much more like a real house rather than just like a kind of like concrete shell. Although, to be fair, this is an industrial building, so it's pretty much a concrete shell. Well, brick and concrete, but who's really paying attention?
So I really love the outdoor lighting lifestyle, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not not really a lifestyle, but I like it nonetheless. I just feel like when your sim comes home and everything's lit up, well, when it's nighttime anyway, and everything's still lit up and looking all like glossy and pretty, it's really nice. I don't know why. It's almost like mood lighting for your home. It kind of just makes everything a little bit sexier, and I'm such a fan of that. So I don't know. I wouldn't say I overdid it on the outdoor lights. I think it was just like the perfect amount, but there's no such thing as too many outdoor lights in Sims. Well, I mean, you put it on every tile, maybe you're overdoing it a bit, but we didn't do that. We just put it on a lot of the tiles.
And now, as you can see, building the kitchen, bit of a struggle, but keeping that industrial vibe. I feel like the staircase was slightly annoying in this context. It was kind of like there in the middle, and I'm just like, can you just, not be so annoying? Because being Italian myself, love a big kitchen. I feel like I don't really know what a small kitchen is.
All about multiple like benchtop space. I guess, look, I'm not gonna lie, I don't cook that much, but I do appreciate a big kitchen as much as that makes no sense. And annoying little fact, the grill over the stove, I guess, didn't really work when it came to like practically playing. I'm pretty sure I had to take that one out, but for the most part, I'm a fan of the kitchen. The staircase did make it a little bit weird because, had to kind of be careful, and kind of just restricted how big I could make it. Although now that I think about it, if I'd made the kitchen a bit bigger than that, would have been awkward. And I also tried to get those lights to kind of work, but then they're like, weren't directing the way I wanted them to. And I was like, no, I don't have time for that. I need you to spread that light evenly. So then I went for those like hardcore industrial lights. But I like them, but being a loft, I couldn't really put them on the roof. So I had to like kind of restrict to just the kitchen area. And then I went for like the wall lamps, because wall lamps are fun too, Why not add in a whole bunch of wall lamps? Well, actually, I feel like I never use wall lamps, but this was a time where I was kind of like, I have to use wall lamps. So I just kind of went for it. And then the row of windows, I was like, can't put any lights there. But I was like, it'll balance out because in the daytime, it'll be so nice. And I'll just have to put like a kind of lamp in the other area.
Just like my house is a plant and needs light, I do like to add some real plants as well because, plants are fun. But in my real life, I can't have any plants because I will kill them. But, one day I'll aspire to give the indoor pot plants a go, and we'll see what happens. But until then, we will live vicariously through the glory of the Sims fake plants. So that's the goal at the moment.
So I put in a whole bunch of these little like industrial pipes, and I'm not going to lie, there's that one pipe that just pretty much leads into a bedroom. And I was kind of like, in real life, this would be absolutely shocking, but in Sims, it kind of just works.
As much as it's an industrial building, I still wanted it to feel kind of like homely in a way. So that's why I wanted like lounges and like a rug, just to kind of break it up, but still keep with the vibe of the house.
I do also kind of regret the artwork above that pipe. It just looks a bit weird and blocky. I think because I put 4, and I should have just like picked one and been like, yeah, that's it. For some reason, I decided to go a full like L shape, like, I don't know. Don't know what I was doing there. Can't always trust me. But I did also want to put a little study area. I just like A, they're so convenient, and B, I just really wanted to put a fishbowl in, and I thought next to the computer where, it can spill and just destroy everything. I don't know. Like to live dangerously in my loft, so I enjoyed it. But for the most part, a bit of life in a house is always nice, and especially in an industrial house, which is a bit more hardcore. Not living, it's good. I feel like for that reason, I also like to put a few pot plants and stuff in around as well, because, bring it all back. I decided to go with that bedroom, and then I decided to change it to a kid's bedroom. I just felt like it needed a point of difference, and I thought we already had a master upstairs. We've got another main bedroom. Something a bit different would be good. It could be a share house, in which case you don't need that, but if it's a family, you'd kind of want a kid's bedroom. And I just thought it just gave a reason to give this room a pop of color that an industrial building wouldn't normally have, which is fun as well. And just, adding a bit of art and the blue teddy bear. Why not? Why not? It's all a bit of it's a bit odd, because then I put on the kind of decking lofty area. I made it kind of like a gambling area. So it's kind of like, keep the kid downstairs and, while the adults gamble upstairs and like go all crazy. So, is this the best house for a kid to live in? Probably not. but it's The Sims, so it's fine. And I also just do really love the whole kind of grunginess, or like, maybe not grunginess, but the whole kind of vibe of this little upstairs area with the poker tables, like where they go to gamble. And yeah, unfortunately, couldn't quite fit a dartboard in there, no matter how much I wanted to, but that's okay. We still did pretty well. And a bit of artwork in there as well, just to kind of mix it up and just add to the kind of tone. Then creating the master bedroom. I mean, the bedrooms aren't anything too special, and the bathrooms are pretty kind of consistent, kind of below and above. One thing I did regret was making the bathroom just kind of lead out to like the gambling area rather than making it an ensuite for the bedroom. And I mean, now that I've been watching renovation shows, I kind of realized that it's like an ensuite's actually a big thing, and it's like this whole like luxury vibe thing. And I'm like, in my mind, I was just like, bathroom's bathroom, YOLO.
But, what's done is done. We're there, we live, we learn.
Thank you very much for watching my first video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear from you.